This first poem is entitled Sunk. I sit at the bottom of the ceramic pool, my mind like a great fish god peeled human back and forced it blue. Oh, there is a great weight on the air. I can taste the day spinning from my grasp on this axis of this melancholic safe house. I bid you adieu. The bubbles sigh a goodbye, and in those an ode too. I sit at the bottom of the ceramic pool, and I sincerely muse this body bears forgiveness. This next one is called It Grows on the Highest Branch. I turn the sheets over once more, 5 a.m. and the new thatch coos romances to lichen bark and moss-dressed rocks. At least that is what I have known to be true in the cyclical expanse of the rising sun. Here I lay with the earth and her impression on limpid windows, on this body, on these fluffed pillows, lined against the aged eggshell walls, and I have reached one conclusion or another, that everything we love about this existence has felt the same way. This next one is called Holding. And it mostly explores feeling disconnected from the people that you really love and care about, and time kind of bringing things together for you. So this is called Holding. Your arms are like ivy vines clinging to the cracks inside me. I reach for you. Even in this dying garden love, we grow together in mud-patched ceramic pots. It's funny how our ways changed since I first purchased them 2 Februaries before. Since then, air does not taste like toxic smog and rain nourishes us long after the storm has passed. So long as time keeps us in mind, the second time around, I will stay in your embrace until the sky gives out. So over the course of the pandemic, I have been writing poetry mostly surrounding death, loss, isolation, and coming to terms with the end of a cycle. This next poem that I have for you sort of translates this idea because I was born in Chula Vista, California on a naval base, and I have lived in Pennsylvania since. So there's a sense of displacement there. There is a mark on my knee that I once believed was a sign from a past life. Now its mulberry grain fades into the palm of 21 years. Yes, a sign. It is how my body flew a post-coast for which sun is more forgiving and the breaths quiver with the pines of Appalachian air. It is a Pacific kiss for winter. Please remember me if it could speak. There nor here I live life by the lees, but drink hops by a still-maimed river. Years they care to carry me where bodies think before we breathe. The thrilling act of truth of knowing is marked by some who consider the universe. I trace it with my finger. Mercy. The morning orb melted soft and pink in the dead, dry grass of our slushy footprints, just in time for the grand finale. His breath ate the air like old tobacco as the doe took her last breaths. He said, aim for the breast, hook your finger on the lever, and pull. But what should I do with the lead burst through the other side of her intestinal tract, and I flinch at the barrel's violent sight with force like Icarus's golden end. She lay bleary-eyed, wheezing the cruel air by rusted nostrils. Still grief pours through my chest as time drags graveyards past our front porch on gambrel hooks, while some parts decay in industrial trash plastic. A tragedy with no end to all but him and his vain heroic senses. As such, those capable hands clicked the safety off Grandpa's rifle and took her pain after 5 minutes of us sitting and watching. A gift for us all. This next poem explores the death of my grandmother. I was about 14 or 15 when she passed away, and she was a significant figure in my life, and it was very traumatic. So this is entitled, I'm Sorry. 7 years black, and yet you sit there, that old swivel chair in the kitchen, older than my sister and myself combined. Life and death both collect dust on bookshelves and fine china dishware the same way it had when your mom was here. 6 years black, and the tears come fresh as picked flowers, purple and pink velvet peonies, maimed by a God-fearing silverfish woman. They have grown reluctantly since. Your bedroom now of webs, bugs, and moss. I do not visit anymore. I cannot visit anymore.